LW was appointed to do the refurbishment for the ground floor. That included the lobby, the Café M, and the restaurant bar as you enter. It's been a really fun project because I think it's the first of its type in a lifestyle brand of hotel. We were given a lot of freedom to really push the boundaries for design and choose some really fun elements to really bring the space to life. I think one of the briefs which we wanted to initiate as a design company was moving away from the traditional reception desk in the entrance. As a lifestyle brand, the lobby is one of the most difficult spaces to activate because people use it as a grazing space, and we wanted this to become a social hub, become where people meet, people greet, people see each other, and it is the place where you want to go rather than the place where you have to be to check in or use the reception desk. So we removed the focus from the reception desk and moved it behind and emphasized the focus on the social aspect. With QWERTY, I think it's one of the first in its type where it's an all-day dining and it's also the hotel bar, and it works very well transitioning from day to night. I think a lot of brands are finding now that the all-day dining space is very dead at night. Nobody wants to go there. It's used heavily for breakfast and it's used heavily for lunch. What we wanted to do was make sure that it was used throughout the day, and as it's in the lobby, it's also the lobby bar at night, and it transforms completely. Their service offering is different. Some of the design elements are changed around so that it is a completely different experience when you come at night as to where you had your breakfast in the morning. Being a media hub, one of the main inspirations was how to incorporate that into today's media and how media has evolved through the years and through the generations. So one of the key features, which are all the monkeys that you see around, is the notion of flipping the see no evil, hear no evil, and say no evil. But these are the see everything, hear everything, and say everything monkeys of Media One. So this is how media is these days. This is how word of mouth is progressing in social media, and everybody's aware of everything right to the very second of when it happens. We've taken traditional approaches and turned them into art forms with the sheep. So they're the more traditional telephones that you used to have back in the day. They obviously are now so vintage, they've become art pieces. So we found an artist in Germany that basically transformed the telephones into sheep. So they have been quite iconic in the process, and everybody really likes them. One of the challenges, I think, especially during fit out, was the fact that the hotel was fully functional, and so we had to do all the areas in segregated spaces, and so we had the operations team working around us, and nothing was fully shut off at any time. So we had things, that's why it's opened in parts through the year and it didn't all open together, but I think that's part of the charm because it was a little bit of a reveal one at a time, and then it was finally all done. I think that would have been the main challenges through operations. Other than that, there were, your normal design challenges that you have with material and timelines and things like that, but I think that was the most challenging one. My favorite design feature, I think, would have to be the feature monkey wall. I think that's turned out really nice, and it's something that you really want to look at while you're going through the space. Some of the things that have been Instagrammed the most, I think, one is the monkeys, the sheep, and the signages. I see a lot of people putting up pictures of the signs and things, because I think every sign has a little meaning and it relates to someone in some way, and there must be at some point in your life where you have felt this or thought it or wondered it, and so when you read it, it makes you think about something, and that's basically the whole point of Media One. It's provoking, it makes you think, it makes you go back to a moment or think of a moment, or it evokes a feeling, and that was really the goal. We completed a mock-up room last year. There are minor tweaks that need to be done, but the rest of it will be done later this year to complete the hotel package. And that will also be an exciting upgrade to the hotel.